Alright guys, we're gonna do a match with NBN Never Advance. I've got a list with 3 snares and the full 3 marked accounts, 3 pad campaigns. And it's been doing quite well for me. And it's a real headache for the runner when it gets going. So let's do it again. We've got Kate, who's a little bit of a pain. Her economic ability definitely makes a difference, and the 1 link strength is never great to see, but this hand's pretty good. It'd be better if the Sansan was marked accounts or a pad even, I think. But if we can just get him to run and trash it and then draw something else, we're good. We don't want to just be straight fast advancing like this. Like, that's not our game plan. Our game plan is to going to be to run the runner out of money, and then at that point let our drip economy take over and play a really long game in which we can draw lots of cards and be really safe and have lots of options because we have so much money and the runner doesn't. I decided to put this out rather than click for a credit to be able to res both of these. Most of the time, a Shaper deck will run R&D first anyway. So not a big deal if, yeah, and see, he's not even probably going to run. So no big deal one way or the other. Yeah, he's going to just click for a credit. Okay, so then we'll take our turn. We can leave that where it is. This would be pretty good to kill. It would also be pretty good to just run him out of money. Though he would be able to use self-modifying code before I get off the closed accounts, but then I can just kill the daily casts. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a card first. I don't think that there's enough upside to just put out naked breaking news. So let's draw a card, and that's exactly what we wanted. So now we'll play this, and I guess we will... why don't we play Jackson Howard too? This is the sort of thing that gets people running on their remote servers. It looks like I'm trying to trick him into, I'm trying to, like, make him not run because it could be an agenda or whatever. And it looks like he's doing the right thing, which is ignoring all of it. Unlucky for us. Most of the time people are going to be like, oh, I got to check at least one of those. Looks like not this guy. So he's probably on Atman, and looks like he's playing it, pretty good. He's just letting me do whatever I want. And he's going to even prefer to discard and just increase. Alright, well, he's got extra pro contacts. Never a bad... Oh, there you go. Alright, so now I guess I'll res this pad campaign. Hopefully I can draw, like, a little bit of ice for it. That's good. Here I'm going to res Jackson Howard, draw 2 cards, and this is great. Draco is exactly the sort of thing you want in front of a pad campaign. And I'll click for a credit. I could alternatively shuffle in a couple agendas with Jackson Howard, but we're at the point where I'd rather have him run Jackson Howard and pay to trash him, or, I can just continue to use him to draw extra cards, compress my clicks a little bit. Okay, well, he's doing pretty good on the money front. Hopefully, wow. Makes me want to play Freelancer, but I hopefully can get off this closed accounts and do significant damage. So I'll take my turn now. Let's draw some more cards. No harm in that, right? We can defend our Sansan City Grid. And we can... I wouldn't mind discarding this Beal. And we can also... What else do we want to protect, maybe? I think we could just discard 2 cards and click for a credit. Data Raven on Archives is not bad. He's most likely got Data Suckers. Maybe just pop-up window on Archives is also fine. I'll stick with the Raven. And I'll discard, I could discard a Flare alternatively. That way he can, the run on Archives. But now the run on Archives runs into Data Raven. So no big deal. I've got all this ice. Stuff he doesn't know what it is. Although this is pretty transparently Sand now. I don't know that he's really going to give a shit. But we'll see. He hasn't made a run yet. He's running my hand. This is on 4. That's a pretty good one. If he wants to put an Atman on 4, that's fine by me. He's done a lot of no runs, so maybe it would be good to just lay out AstroScript. But yeah, he's thinking about whether he wants to play an Atman or not. So the Atman on 4 would cost him 1, 2, plus 7. I mean, he doesn't have enough money to do it. So I don't know exactly what he could get. Maybe he's not playing Atman. Maybe he's just thinking about going to get a Gordian Blade. I'll just click. I'll do 1 and 1 because usually you want to like match it up, so that way like there's not really a good option. He's not going to pay to break this one. He might pay to break the next one. You almost never want to use any credits beyond the recurring credits in a situation where the runner has a lot more econ going than you do. This is like a pretty bad situation for me in general. He hasn't wasted time running my remote servers. He hasn't run into like random tags. Now hopefully he just misses. I mean, I've got a lot of misses in my hands. He's got 40% chance, and the breaking news if he takes it, not a big deal, really. But at least I'm getting him to spend money. Oh, and worst case scenario, he stole my AstroScript. I'm not having a particularly lucky day today. Let's see what he decides to run next, if anything. Probably nothing. Though running the Draco would be a little bit annoying because it wouldn't cost him very much to get through. I already burned my... Oh, what is he? Emergency shutdowning? Oh, no. He's going to go get... He's going to Parasite me. Okay, fair enough. Maybe he's just playing Parasite recursion decks. Oh, there's another AstroScript. That's good news for me. He maybe isn't playing Parasite. He could be either way. Let's see here. I'm just gonna click for some credits here. Next turn, I'll be able to score the pad cam or score the AstroScript. Damn, he has a lot of money. If he doesn't like use any money, I could also think about breaking news. I don't know what the biggest thing he could get out of his deck is, but closes accounts for 10 is pretty large. I'm usually happy to get even 5 if I don't have to work very hard for it, especially if I have a lot of drip going. One pad campaign after seeing 15 cards off the top of my deck is not very good. Usually you want to have 2 going by this point. Not a lot I can do. At least this Viper is going to last a little bit longer. One good thing about Viper as opposed to Enigma is that. So here I'm going to res my Caduceus. Let's see if he goes get something. I mean, luckily, he could get admin on 3. And that would cost him a total of 7 to get through and play it. Not too bad, especially since he's got 8 in waiting. And that looks like what he's going to do. Hopefully it's a miss. Nope, Mimic. Even worse. Very bad for me. Definitely the best icebreaker against this deck is Mimic. No whammies. Good. Unfortunately, this means I can't really breaking news. Man. He's not running on any of my tricks, and he has plenty of money. It's a damn shame. It'd be really great to like get a Bernice right now. If I put a Bernice on top of... Oh, good. I love when people play Plascrete because I'm not playing Scorched Earth. Alright, here's a hedge fund. That's good news. Let's, I could draw 2 or I could draw 1. This is one of the situations where it's actually pretty close. He has Mimic. He can't pay for Flare, and I could blow up Plascrete, which usually scares people into playing a second Plascrete, if nothing else. I almost certainly want to play Hedge Fund this turn, so let's just start with that. I could play a pop-up window, try and block him out of my R&D. Although I'm not like really concerned with that. I could add a pop-up window on top of R&D and then just leave my HQ open because it's going to be a little bit before this dies. Hopefully, I'll be able to score the Astra script fast advance style before that goes down. So you know what? I'm gonna actually pop up my R&D. And I think I'll just draw 1. Oh, that's good. Keeping him off that one. Definitely should have drawn first. And I maybe should have drawn 2 cards. Probably whatever's on top of the deck is better to have in my hand than a breaking news. And then I can always, Jackson Howard back in the BL, the hedge fund. He's probably going to prioritize getting into HQ as soon as possible. Hopefully he doesn't just play like Data Sucker run HQ. Yeah, good. I mean, I have to assume Data Sucker here with the fixed strength breakers. There's another SMC, which is a shame, turning off my closed accounts. Now, this could be pretty good for me. Let's see, is he gonna Parasite it or no? Okay. Pay him for it. Perfect. Now I could close them here. Probably just better to score Astra script. I mean, getting Astra script through is pretty damn important. Although he's going to most likely just blow up that Sansan as soon as I do. But this could die at any second. He could go get another Parasite at the end of his turn. There's the clone ship. So I think I just have to go ahead and score my Astra script now. If I really have to, I can use the Astra script counter to fast advance the. I can use Astra script to fast advance breaking news and close accounts him that way. I haven't drawn into anything fantastic for tagging him. The Draco might work. I mean, he doesn't seem like he's interested in running this pad campaign. The flare in front of HQ. Oh, there's Bank Job. That's perfect. All right. Well, at least I'm gonna drain money from him. This could also, if he just triggers Bank Job straight up, might be a good time to, especially if he triggers Bank Job and then doesn't kill the Astra script. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't make a lot of sense, really. I mean, he could have run on Jackson Howard, and then I probably am going to blow it up. He could have run on the pad campaign. I'm not really sure what he plans on doing. Let's see. Does he want to trigger the Bank Job, or does he want to just trash the Sansan now? He wants Bank Job. Okay. He'll probably just run the Sansan now then. And then, in that case, I'm almost certainly just going to If he doesn't, yeah, here we go. So that's fine. This is going to get him for a lot. Not always exactly what you want to do with the asterisk counter, but I think when you have the opportunity to deny the corp, what is it, 11 credits, I think it's worth it. Alright, especially when it gets this breaking news out of my hands. He can't actually go and clone ship for a Parasite to add a counter because he doesn't have memory for it, so he has to wait. Still pretty painful not to have the marked accounts or whatever. And here's Dirty Laundry on HQ. Pretty bad. Hopefully he doesn't take my other breaking news. That would be a good one to be able to kill the pro contacts or close accounts him again if he gets more money. There's another closed accounts. So now he knows about that. There's my marked accounts. Okay, good. So let's ice here. Or marked here. Ice here. And let's take a credit. And say go. Let's see if he decides that this is worth running behind the pop-up window. I usually want to give people an opportunity to waste a click running on the marked accounts before I res it. You know, it could be something devastating. It could be another breaking news, and I could be killing his pro contacts or making him lose 5 money next turn. And in that case, I think, you know, he's got to check and make sure. So I get to drain him for a money and burn a click if he decides to run on it. We'll find out. He's actually been pretty diligent about not running shit. That's like, you know, maybe I should have just jammed the breaking news in here and tried to get him. But it's pretty tough against these people who like run very infrequently. One of the big advantages this deck has is that you put down stuff, and then they're like, oh no, what if it's an Astro script? And then they run on it, and then it's nothing important, or it's a snare, or it's a Bernice, and they suffer dire economic consequences. Here he comes. What? Trying to Parasite? You don't have any memory for that, unless he's gonna sacrifice his SMC just to knock a pop-up window on R&D. I mean, I guess he could use the clone chip, but he doesn't have memory, so he actually can't do it. He'd have to use the SMC or play a mem chip of some sort, some sort of memory unit. Maybe I should have gotten. Oh, there's R&D interface. That's not good news. So he's going to try and R&D lock me now. I could play another pop-up window. That's not terrible. Let's try that. And you know what? I'm going to draw 2 cards. Because if he's going to try and R&D lock me, that could be bad. And I'm going to play another one of these. Before, I'm going to still see if I can't get him to run on the other one. Maybe he'll run HQ. I'll let him in. This flare is probably not going to be very good because of Data Sucker. There could have been a better way to do this. He is really, I mean, he's never running these things. I'm like sort of, you know, a little bit scared about doing all this, but at least I'm going to make him pay to get in on these accesses. What are we doing now? You don't have memory for that. Alright. Okay, fair enough. I mean, now he's breaking himself. This is the position where we want him. We want him broke, and we want us rich. Now, hopefully, we can get to, like, a toll booth or a TMI before he can grab too many agendas off the top of the deck. The two accesses are pretty bad. I'm pretty dense right now in terms of agendas. I mean, like, I can't really use Jackson Howard because I've got the BL in the discard. But, I mean, and especially with Data Sucker. Oh boy, is he going to get two? Great. Just one would be pretty bad. Okay, so there's no snare, unfortunately. I don't actually know how good a snare would be. I might not even want to pay for it here. Man, he is really not running any of this shit. I just have a feeling like when I put the breaking news out, that's the time that he's going to run it. You know? And another clone chip. So I'm going to need some better ice to deal with all this. And discarding Plascretes. Getting this with the flare would be really nice. Maybe I should just install flare this turn. Would I be able to afford it is the question. So if I play hedge, I play flare, and then I click for a credit. Maybe he'll run this marked accounts now that I'm threatening, you know, another Astroscript, maybe. I've drawn a lot of cards, you don't know. All you know is closed accounts. So these marked accounts are really, like, doing a bad job because I'm not putting money on them. Last turn I keep trying to get him to run on this stuff, but he's not biting, which is a shame. But if he just runs straight into this before he gets another Data Sucker, boy, would that be nice. I mean, he seems like he's pretty savvy. Like, I don't think that he would make that mistake. But if he does, I get to blow up an R&D interface. I mean, like hopefully he doesn't, like, get smart and run HQ first. I mean, there's not a lot of, like, stuff. Maybe he's just, like, pro-cons up. Pro-cons up, pro-cons down. Bank jobbing. That's a pretty good bank job. It's an interesting splash in this sort of deck. Definitely another good one against me. Maybe I can get him this time with the breaking news. Oh, there's an Astroscript. Why don't I try to do that? Because I don't want to, that's why. Should always be drawing first, but I'm not. Oh, good. That's what I wanted. This Data Raven. This Jackson Howard. I think I'm going to get rid of Jackson Howard here. The toll booth is also good. We've got two decent pieces here. Let's see if he, you know. Well, let's see what he does. I mean, R&D looks sort of open. We'll see if he runs, you know, archives. Oh, there's an indexing. Okay, so we're not going to get him, but we're going to make him pay a lot of money. I mean, I don't think he has. Oh, he's got Atman in the discard. I mean, this is like sort of a silly thing to do with like Jackson Howard sitting in play anyway. But I'm going to get to blow up like something. He can't actually sacrifice clone ship in response, which is good. This is the position where you want to be in. You want to be able to like filter your money into something powerful that trades your money for their money, and then you're sitting on all this money that you get for doing nothing. So in the long run, that's very good for you. He's going to think about what he's going to do. He doesn't have a way to break it with Mimic. Otherwise, I wouldn't be rezzing it. Like, it would just be basically a waste of time. He doesn't have a way to clone ship it to death. So, I mean, like, this whole run is just, like, pretty ridiculous. Like, why would you even bother? Is he afraid of a snare? Like, he's definitely thinking here. I mean, like, he could clone ship Atman on 6 and then break it. That Atman is, like, literally never doing anything ever again. Because it's an Atman on 6. You can put an Atman on 5. That also would break toll booths. Most likely he's just going to let me run it. I mean, I think letting me run it is the way to go. I'm going to boost this one to the full amount. If and when he lets me run it, which I think he should. The other option is Atman on 5 to, you know, possibly deal with future toll booths. Or to just let it hit him and end the run and save his 12 money for another day. But I would get to blow up R&D interface, which is a pretty big deal, I would think. I mean, this guy is doing pretty good. Oh, look, he's doing Atman. On how many counters? Let's see. I mean, I'm not going to play the toll booth if he puts Atman on 5, probably. He could put it on 4 to get around Data Ravens. Let's see. Oh, he searched it up with SMC. Did he? Or did he use clone ship? I guess he used Atman because, or he used clone ship, but I thought he only had 1 in play. Maybe it only disappears after he decides how many counters? Yeah. Okay. 6. Great. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, for all the savviness and free bank jobs and no runs, you know. And now he's gonna... I mean, like, I think he almost certainly should have jacked out there. Like, why give me the 1 credit for pop-up window? Like, he should have not even played indexing. Is he going to give me the 3 credits? Nope, he's on 0 credits. And now he's going to index me with a Jackson Howard in play, which is always a bad move. I mean, like, he probably is just forgetting. But on top of it, he doesn't even really have credits to, like, get in. After the fact. It's still costing him 4 to get in. I don't know where he's getting 4. So this is great. Like, now, these things, like, we're clicking for 3 credits apiece and getting a free credit every turn. So hopefully we can leverage that into some sort of win, like reshuffling a Sansan back in, or whatever. Like, hopefully we can just do something. There's like a lot of ways for us to turn this good for us. He's out of clone ship. He's got this Atman that does nothing but stop this flare. He's got Procons for Econ, but he doesn't have like a Katie Jones or anything to actually like turn, you know, the money into more money. Oh boy, and he's got 1 credit for this. What is he gonna do? It could be Ice Wall, man. You don't want to run into an Ice Wall there. Just draw more cards. Thankfully, he didn't run here because that would almost certainly be the best place for it. But the best move for him right now. I can't get Draco high enough that I can, block out discarding Omni Drive. Discarding Diesel. Okay. I'm rich. I'm officially rich, guys. There's a Bastion for HQ. Perfect. I could also set up the Bastion in a remote and just score an Astro Script. In fact, I think this is probably my window for that, so I'm gonna take a shot at it. Hopefully, he can install Parasite and reduce the strength to 3. Hopefully he can't do much better than that. He knows I drew Bastion, which is one issue. But he's only got 2 credits. He probably isn't playing Corroder, seeing as he has Bank Job and Atmans. He's probably on like more of an Atman-y plan. Atman, Mimic, and Parasite would be my guess. What is he doing here? Just dirty laundrying my my remote? That's a shame. I mean, like he could maybe do it. That's fine. You're in. So that was the best start. Now let's see if he can do. What would he need? I guess like Sure Gamble, SMC, sacrificing Mimic or something. And here I can just lose Jackson Howard after he gets through everything. So it was definitely a good move to take my opportunity to score this. Let's see if he... Alright, so here I'm going to shuffle in some cards. What do we want? We definitely want a Sand... We definitely want to shuffle in Sand City Grid. Do we even want to shuffle in this Beal? Like, what are the chances he runs it? I mean, I think we do want to shuffle it in because it's one of the cards that we can just win off of with the Astro counter we're about to get. And we probably want to shuffle in the Jackson Howard. I don't really like shuffling the Beal there. But what am I going to do? Am I really just going to let him have it? There's a snare. Let's do it. You're tagged now. And you've only got 1 credit and 2 clicks. So your next moves are Pro Contacts, blah, 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 blah. Atman down, indexing down. Good. You're tagged. What's the next one? See, this is why I like having Snare in this deck, is because with all of these money things out, you know, he spends a whole turn removing the tag and getting the money from the Snare. And I spend my turn scoring Astro Skipped for money that I got for that I already paid for, and it's easy money. He could have just run the Astro Skip there, and that would have been bad for me, but he doesn't know that. So let's score this, and now we're threatening the win. I could install Viper. Over the Flare next turn, and then click my marked accounts again. Viper he's not getting through that particularly efficiently right now, and it's cheap for me to res. I have a feeling that if I installed Data Raven on top of R&D, he would just run right through it. And we're in the end times now, so alright, there's a Viper. Or there's a Clone Chip. That would kill the Viper. So I think I would probably just be better off drawing cards. Let's see. I'll draw 1 card. There's a Pad Campaign. I don't want that. Toll Booth, he can't actually kill, but I can't actually pay for it either. I could just make him, kill the Viper. It at least costs him money. So that's pretty good. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm gonna click this one, and I will discard I guess I'll discard this this Data Raven. What is he gonna do? He's gonna blow up my pop-up window? That's fine. He doesn't want to give me money anymore. At least now I still have the Viper. Like, okay, it's done. No more pop-up window. But this is after I already have like a large economic engine going that like I don't even need it. Like maybe I should have even I would have trashed pop-up window if it wasn't making him pay money. Like if he had a Yogg there, I don't even think I would have kept it around. At this point, his money is way more valuable to him than mine is to me. There's another bank job, and I'm eating my words. Damn, does he's got all three? How much influence are these? 2? You're spending all your influence on bank jobs? I mean, it's an interesting call. It's got a lot of money on it. That's 8. 8 for 2 clicks if I've got some piece of crap that nobody cares about like this. With, you know, no money sitting on it. And there's another R&D interface. That's rough. Alright, so I think I'm going to be actually just drawing cards this turn. I'm going to at least draw one. And I'll draw a second one. And there's a Beal. So this turn, I'm going to put money on, put the credits on that. I'm going to discard these because you can trash them. Should I discard this? Probably not. I'll discard this closed accounts. I don't see it making too much of a difference right now. He's not tagged. He's probably not going to be tagged. If he wants to, you know, run HQ a lot of times, he's got that option. He's got to at least click for a credit first. If he clicks for a credit and then runs HQ a bunch of times, rough day for me if he gets the Beal. If he doesn't, I win the game. If he decides that he's got better luck on R&D, I'm going to surprise him with this Viper. So how many more agendas are actually left in my deck? Let's see. I'm running only 2 breaking news, and I'm playing... So this is actually worthless for me to score, because the rest of mine are worth 2. Okay, so first step, he's going to take the bank job. Not surprising. Oh, he actually took a credit first. Okay. So he takes, does a bank job, runs it. I'm not going to res this, I don't think. I don't really see a good reason to. I mean, maybe I should, just to make him pay a credit. Trade one of mine for one of his. Not usually terrible in this sort of situation. I mean, I've got so much money coming to me that it's like, what do I care? I mean, but he doesn't know that this is something that he can easily break. It could be wall static. It could be Enigma. Oh, so he's gonna do this. Okay, and then he's gonna make one last run at R&D. So I'm going to do the full 4 for this, which will effectively end the run. Then I regain my money on my turn and win the game. And that is how you NBN never advance. The whole NBN never advance plan didn't really work out too well because he wasn't baited into, you know, runs on the silly remote servers with nothing important in them. But the power of the drip economy in the long game was at least showcased. I mean, these mark accounts did a pretty good job, and this pack campaign must have gained me, I don't know, a whole lot of money. Thanks for watching, guys.